Hey, this is Riva Starr. We are in Brentford at Santa Maria Pizza. And I'm going to tell you about the story behind 5 of the tracks of my House Masters album that is out right now. And I'm going to make 5 pizzas with the tracks. So hope you enjoy it. Garçon? I think making a good track is like making a good pizza as well. You know, you need the good ingredients. You want to come to the after part. Hey Hey, which is my remix for Dennis Ferrer. And there's a very strange story about it. Basically, I did this remix around 2010. When it came out, Pete Tong made it essential new tune WMC in Miami for that year. But then it didn't get released because there's a story around it. I was stuck with the remix. I couldn't find the right idea. So I was playing with an edit of I Feel Love from Donna Summer. And I put the a cappella on top and people really went crazy. So I really liked that idea and I actually went back to the studio and I made this tribute remix with this I Feel Love sort of beat. All replayed, no samples and stuff. 10 years after, Defected decided to release it, but sadly after a few weeks, you know, there was the lockdown and there were no clubs. But Annie Mac made it hottest new records. Can you believe that? 11 years after I made it. Music is passion. So is pizza. Group Jet, the Spiller remix I did. So I've known Cristiano Spiller forever, since late 2000s, and I really wanted to do something special. So I did a house version, like a dub beer hard house version, and also I wanted to do something extra because I mean I love the track. He's a friend of mine. I really wanted to do something different. So I locked myself in the studio with my friend Gavin Holligan, who is an amazing musician. We actually arranged a whole section of strings, more like Philadelphia style, because I wanted to do like a longer version with some sort of trip with the strings and stuff. So when I delivered it to Defected, Simon Dunmore really loved it and said, why don't we replay the strings with real strings? And that's what we did. Thanks to Shapeshifter that actually helped me to record the strings because he was recording his album and we put it out. And that's been an amazing, amazing way of working on some tracks for me because it's always nice to work with musicians. I've always done it. I will always be doing it. Cool, pizza's ready. I still need to learn how to spin pizzas like I spin vinyls. I have a very philosophical sentence.
Eat, sleep, rave, repeat. Eat, sleep, rave, repeat.
Okay, next up is the Capricoza. So we talk about Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat. We did a track together, me, Fatboy Slim and Birdman. There was this slogan that maybe Norman's light jockey came up with that was Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat. And we were talking about it and the idea was like, why don't we try and describe like a 3 days bender of a typical raver from back in the days. Yeah, and Norman loved it, so we gave appointment to Birdman in Norman's studio in Brighton. He put down a beer, and in 12 minutes he did the freestyle that actually became Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat. So we used just a portion of it. We finished the track, so it stayed on our hard drive for like a year. Then Norman had an amazing idea of just pretending that we recorded the voice outside a record shop in Williamsburg in New York. And that's what happened. So he put it on SoundCloud, he put the track on his Mixmag compilation. And then while he was on tour in Australia with Calvin Harris, he spoke about the track and he said, oh, I'm a big fan, I want to do a remix. So he did. In a couple of weeks, the remix was ready and he sent it to a few of the bigger DJs. All of a sudden, people like David Guetta and all these bigger DJs were playing it like in festivals like Tomorrowland and stuff. So the track just went crazily viral and everyone and their moms were playing it. And the next thing I know is that next year's WMC, on every t-shirt, every teacup, whatever, there was the Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat. Feel the heat, Riva Starr, mic down.
Don't you feel the heat? Don't you feel it?
Okay, now we're doing the fantastic Salsicce Friarelli. So the next track is Feel the Heat, which is part of the sampler of my House Masters album with my lovely friend Mike Dunn, who is a legend, honestly. You know, I've been a fan of his since the early days. So we did a session at the Defected headquarters. We made 3 tracks. One of these 3 tracks is feel the heat. When I do these sort of sessions, if it doesn't click with me and I don't have the right beat, I just put it on the side for a minute. So yeah, I waited for a few months, and then I found the right beat, which is quite funky, and it's been released ahead of the album. And he was pretty happy about it. My dream would be to make it live with him. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, you want to go on the other side, mate? Now we're doing the Marinara. I told Francesco that next time he has to come to the studio and he has to do a track, and I tell him a few tricks, okay? So we swap. Marinara is a very basic yet amazing pizza, which is with garlic and no mozzarella. The last track we talk about is Love Divine, which is my most recent release on Defected before the Housemaster sampler. It's a collaborative track with my friends Mike and Dave from CamelPhat and Nisha, Dope Earth Alien, who wrote the actual song. Basically, not many people know that the track was born as a bootleg. So we did the beat and we played it for a while with another a cappella of a very famous artist from the past. But that was really the starting point to inspire us to make the new vocal and get the sort of same vibe. Sometimes tracks just, are born like that. For me, inspiration can come anywhere, really. This is Riva Starr, and my Housemasters album is out right now on Defected Records. Enjoy.